What's up, Charlotte Orioles and Oriole families? We're back on a Tuesday afternoon with some Apex Legends. We got the lobby set up, and they are loading into it right now. So Charlotte is going to be, for this one, I think we are Team 5 for this one, as Mr. Keith gets himself a little excited over there. If I could get back to the games, Mr. Keith, though, on this thing, so I don't know how to do that. All right, so you can see here we got a 18-team lobby. Pretty good numbers for the lobby in general. We only had one team. That didn't show up, so we got a pretty full lobby here for Charlotte. Charlotte's going to be up here at Team 5, so you're going to have Penguins, Braden, and Age Barrel all going to be playing together up there. Last week was pretty well dominated by E-Course and East Jackson, if I remember correctly. East Jackson and E-Course really played well. I'll try to figure out which teams those are. I can't remember. Let's see. East Jackson is going to be Team 14, and E-Course is going to be Team 9. So Team 9 and Team 14 are the ones that we're really afraid of in this lobby. Maybe something has changed from this week's to last, but let's go over here to Team number 5 and look at Braden and Isaiah and Carson's POV as they try to win this map. Try to get a better showing than last week. Last week for Charlotte, I believe it was 8th place with no KP and then 4th place with 2 KP. Not sure where that put them in terms of the standings. Actually, I could probably look that up real quick. Right now, Charlotte is sitting 8th in standings right now. So they got 9 points from last week. So not too bad of a start. Not the best start in the world, but hey, that's a good start for week 1. So Charlotte's going to jump down into the map here, and they're going to be going Geyser. They are going to have some company in Geyser. They don't see the company yet, but they are definitely going to have someone that they're going to have to deal with here. They're going to be kind of backed up to the cave portion as well. They basically have one building to split between all 3 of them. The other team in here, which is team number 13. Team number 13 is going to be that's Northview High School. Northview High School is going to have most of Geyser, and they're going to have to kind of fight with what they got over here for Charlotte. So Charlotte's going to be getting some loot. A nice Mozambique and a Havoc for Braden. Isaiah's got an L-Star and a Flatline. Not a lot of ammo in that L-Star, though. That gun really rips through ammo with the way it shoots. It's basically an LMG, but for energy. Huge bruiser there. That was my favorite sight back in the day. So looking at the map here, we do have Northview kind of working up here. They have to know Charlotte is here. I mean, but you had the Caustic from Northview actually walking up here. This is insane. This is the craziest thing. If he doesn't die, then I'm going to lose my mind. So they're coming to push it right now as they break the shields on the Caustic. They are pushing up, trying to get a little bit of action here in round 1. This is a isolated fight for Charlotte. I believe they don't have any third parties to worry about if they can make this fight happen. But it has taken too long at this point. Charlotte, I think, is coming to go off into the cave. Okay, shots there from Isaiah. I think this is still an isolated fight. I don't see anybody else trying to third this, so this is just an isolated fight between Charlotte and them. Now, you really got to be very attentive here of what you're doing. If a fight drags out too long, you're just wasting resources, wasting shields. It's not a good thing for you to do. So I think they're going to back off here, play the cave, and probably loot further in a cave. Now, looking at the big picture here, you do have a team in No Name, but the No Name team is leaving right now, so the No Name team is moving on to Fragment, so Charlotte can safely rotate from cave all the way over to No Name. Shouldn't be a problem. So, wise decision by Charlotte right there. They're not going to let a team know, like, hey, we're pushovers. We're going to shoot you up a little bit, get some shots down. But at the same time, they also realize, like, hey, it's a long game, and we got to make this thing happen. So, at this point, though, Charlotte has been looking at this for a long time. They really need to focus on looting right now, and getting more loot, unless they're trying to follow. All right, so loot advantage is going to be to the other team here, but I think Charlotte wants to push this. The other team certainly has better guns and better loot advantage, but Big Nasty has left, so maybe Charlotte could catch this duo here as they try to rotate in, but the Crypto does scan. Charlotte's spending a lot of time thinking about this team and not a lot of time getting resources for yourself and positioning yourself in a good spot. So, I mean, they're going to be getting the scraps from Northview, but they're going to need more than scraps. And now Northview's going to have the high ground ahead of them here, so if they take this geyser, they got to know that they're going to run straight into another team. So they're not going to take the geyser. That's pretty smart. So they're going to go ahead and get some evo for their shields, I believe. So they're close to blue shields, but I know it's been a point made this week about getting better than blue shields at the end of the game. I mean, Charlotte last week, it was like they had blue shields on against red shields later in the game. So now because of that indecision, Charlotte's kind of put themselves in a spot. If they went through cave here, you can see that rotation is nice and free and easy for them. Rotating straight into zone oftentimes leads you to conflict. If you want to take those longer rotations like on the outside of the circle, it gives you more options. It opens up more of the map for you. And you can see that's what Charlotte is going to decide to do here. But in terms of resources, Charlotte is pretty poor right now. Don't have a whole lot to their name in terms of shields and accessories. So definitely, you can see most of their guns are pretty bare here. Not a lot going on for them, so they're going to have to figure this out here. Where can they find loot? Where can they find damage? Where can they evo these shields? They're alive. That's a good start. There's 11 teams left in the lobby. A lot of action going over here. Let's just go ahead and check on Team 10. Team 10 over here is fighting for their lives. Team 10 is going to be, this is going to be Portage North High School. Portage North High School is going to be getting a Phoenix kit off here, but I'm not sure who they're being shot by. Oh my gosh, the nade connects onto the Valkyrie of Portage North. So one teammate down there, going to get stunned by the wall, but he's got a gold bag if he can get this res off. But the other school is pushing hard here, trying to get out. Oh my gosh, trying to get out. He's going to get out of that, but he's going to go down. His teammates are fighting for their lives here. Turtle is trying to turtle. Turtle's going down. Okay, there goes Turtle. So let's check back in over here with Charlotte. Charlotte has made their way in. Trying to work that. They did get up the blue shields, so that is a plus for Charlotte. Still really poor in terms of their available resources, though. I mean, if you split a site like Geyser, Geyser's not a high loot area, and if you split a site like that, there's not going to be a whole lot for you, especially if you get pushed off. Remember, Charlotte only got one building, so they're really poor right now. They got to look for some sort of resources. They're going to get some desperately needed loot here out of these two bins, so that's going to be really good for them. So looking at their rotations, let's go ahead and look here. There are several teams fighting in, oh my gosh, there's a mess happening over here in Fragment. Castle's not going to get the res off there. He's going to go down, so this is a mess and a half happening here. There's actually 3 teams in this fight. And you have Dylan Bird up here just trying to survive. What team is this? This is East Jackson High School. East Jackson's going to go down. East Jackson was one of the better teams last week. I remember Nezzle Farm from Team 8. That's going to be Linden. Linden's over here and got 2 knocked as well. So this is a mess here that has been really going to be cleaned up by Team 9. Team 9 should come away with all these picks and kills, and that's going to be E-Course again. E-Course is honestly the dominating team out of this lobby. Through the first 2 weeks. So going back to Charlotte here, they are getting much needed loot going through Harvester. This is a huge map, or a huge site open for them to get a little bit of loot. And then they should have an easy way into the circle here. Actually, the lobby has died pretty quickly. There's only 7 squads left. Let's look at the KP here across the map. Again, E-Course at Team 9 has already sitting on 10 KP. So they're doing what they did last week. They're showing that they can do it again. They're just running this lobby, doing a really good job doing it. Team 8 is at 7 KP. Team 8 is who did I say that was? That was Linden Black. There's 2 Linden schools in this lobby. There's Linden Black and Linden Red. Linden Black is playing really well right now. All right, so things have really calmed down on the map here. What is happening here? Random. This is really random for you to be here. Are they ratting this guy? Oh no. Oh no. chat. You can hear it. This guy's chalked when he goes upstairs. And out of nowhere, that was so mean. All right, who was this team? Team 13, Northview, you bunch of rats. Oh my god, that was so crazy. They're going to get that full kill, and the duo on... the duo is so far away, it doesn't matter. But this team thinks they got a third party here. Who's this? This is Loinorix. Loinorix thinks they have a third party here. They heard the shots, so now they're moving in. But they got to realize pretty quick that this is not actually a third party that they can handle. Now, Charlotte is over here still in Harvester, on the outside of Harvester. They do not know the next map rotation. They don't know that they're not in it. So they're sitting on the outskirts here. Now, nobody is going to pressure them immediately, but I will tell you, E-Course is in the background of Charlotte's future right now. E-Course is going to rotate directly into Charlotte, so Charlotte's probably going to come up against the #1 team in the game right now as they rotate in off of Storm. So make sure E-Course is going to make it through Storm here. They should make it through Storm. They're going to pop a... that should alert Charlotte that there's someone behind them. So Charlotte is alerted to that. They know someone's behind. They're looking through these windows here, trying to gain some intel. Again, Charlotte is being... It's so difficult for Charlotte. With the guns that they're running consistently, they can't really do a lot of damage unless somebody's really close to them. But here goes Charlotte versus E-Course. We're going to see it right here. So E-Course is coming into this week. E-Course has one knocked right now, but Charlotte doesn't know it. So this is actually a 2v3 right now. This is really Charlotte's best chance. But again, I can't tell Charlotte that. Charlotte's got to figure that out for themselves. So let's see what happens here. The Watson fences are up. E-Course has all 3 members back alive, so E-Course is playing this slow because E-Course has got to get themselves back alive. Now, Charlotte's going to take the opportunity to rotate out. So Charlotte didn't want anything to do with that fight, and they're going to move on. So, kind of a lucky break there for Charlotte, to be honest with you, because E-Course is running this lobby. Not that I don't have faith in our boys, but that's a really, really good team. But anyways, as I was saying, with the guns that Charlotte runs, it's so difficult to Evo shields when you're running a Havoc Mozam combo over and over and over, or you're running something like a Spitfire Mastiff. You're just not going to do the damage you need to Evo shields. And I know it's annoying, and I know it sounds ratty, and probably kids don't want to do it, but you just gotta run some more distance guns, and you gotta be able to put some damage down distance. The more you expose yourself to close range fights, the more you're gonna die. Charlotte easy rotation all the way across the here. No one really to worry about. E-Course is just hunting. Now you can see E-Course is running these guns, right? They're running the the R301 Mozam combo here. They're running not necessarily long range guns, but this team they're aggressive. I mean they're using the guns that fit their playstyle. Alright, so E-Course is being jumped here. See if they can make this happen. They're going to be in zone. Zone is definitely hurting at this stage. Zone hurts a lot. E-Course might go down here off their own aggression. E-Course is going to die. E-Course got cocky there and died off their own aggression. Oh, Chef K got out. E-Course should have died there. That was crazy what they just tried to do. I know that they're confident. I know that they think they can run this lobby, but that was insane. And the team they were fighting got out as well. So let's go back over here to Charlotte. So Charlotte does have one range gun out here. We got a G7 Scout. We got to start connecting on some of those shots and getting the shields evoed for your team. But looking right at you is a bow check. So honestly, you got to close that door. You can't fight that. That's a mismatch and a half. All right, all the fighting is happening right in front of Charlotte, actually, right now. Other than E-Course. E-Course is down to 2 members, but E-Course is still strong. They really could run it with 2 members, but there's a lot of fighting happening across Charlotte right now. They're going to be able to... They should be looking at this right now. But you see, again, Charlotte is very passive. kind of chilling. There's probably some damage for Charlotte on the rooftops, probably some damage that they could get in here if they really wanted to. 20 seconds till the zone starts to close. Let's look at where E-Course is going. E-Course is playing the edge of the zone here. They're trying to get their teammate back, so E-Course is going to be allowed to get back here as two teams fight against each other across from Charlotte. One team has been wiped. So now it's E-Course on tree. We've got, who's this? Northview, E-Course, and Charlotte. Charlotte has made it to top 3, but they are desperately weak on shields. They need to work on getting their shields up more often in games. Good shots being put down by someone on Charlotte. 130 damage here for Braden. Braden looking to punish, but again, you see the difference there in the guns and how Charlotte wants to play this. They're not running the guns that are going to help them do what they need to do to put pressure on these teams. That's a great break, though, by Braden. Braden's putting pressure on that Caustic, making sure that he can't rotate in for free. The Caustic is going to wrap right, though. E-Course is playing this really smart. They're playing the edge of tree as Charlotte continues to try to put some damage down. All comes out on top, so Charlotte can continue to play the roof. As a Crypto Ult comes in and shatters all that util for Charlotte. They couldn't break the drone in the time. Braden is one shot, gonna get behind that shield just barely. Has to shield up, has to Phoenix kit. They're at a huge shield disadvantage here with blue shields versus what I can only presume are reds and purples. But E-Course is coming up for the third here. E-Course thinks this fight is over. Now, both teams are on the outside, so you can play both teams on the outside here. Let them fight a little bit, wait for some knocks, and then third party this for the win. Charlotte can win this right now if they play this correctly. They have to keep everybody out. They have to third party the fight on the outside. Let's see if they do it. Charlotte's really safe over here on the other side. And you can see that the fight's already over and Charlotte never made a move. Charlotte, again, it's just so passive. Really weak there for the E-Course member. Broken member of E-Course. Going to be a knocked member of E-Course now. So Charlotte has a knock here. They can actually win this game if they put it together and get this knock. They got to play together, though. One of the Charlotte members was down there alone, and it's going to get finished. There's two inside. Oh, my gosh. Carson walks into a frenzy with two in the middle. And Charlotte just didn't play that well enough to come out on top, but they did get second. All right. So they got second. How much KP did Charlotte get there? What did we get? 0 KP, but they got second. So E-Course again. First, how much KP do they have this time? They've got 24 KP is insane. 24 KP for E-Course. That's beautiful. Great play by E-Course. Some other big KP winners here. This who's this in fifth? I think this was. I got to look at who that was here in a second. All right, so we are going to change around here. I got to go to match summary so that we can get the scores for each of these teams. But again, E-Course with 24 KP in a first place. I mean, this team is running this lobby right now with full confidence in mind. We are going to switch over to Storm Point for the second map, so I will do that. And then I have to do the long process of typing out every single team and where they are going. So I will be doing that on mute, and I will get back to you guys in a few seconds. All right, so getting up for map 2 here, we have changed it to Storm Point.
Did you show a summary for?
What?
Did you show summary for one?
Yep. Yeah. So we are changing over to Storm Point here. We have kind of mixed it up here. We're waiting on one, I think. Carson is loading in right now, so hopefully that happens pretty soon. I'll put a little starting in 3 minutes in here. So starting in 3 minutes, so we'll make that the cutoff there, so 4:33. But once we jump into this map, we're going to see kind of how things go. Charlotte, mixed results there. It definitely had an opportunity to win that game, and it's a little bit unfortunate that they didn't, but it's all right. I mean, you got to move on to the next one. You can't, keep yourself focused on the last match for too long. You got to kind of move on and get things going. So let's see what Charlotte's got in store for us.
Stop being an end game with Blue Shield. You got a free knockout.
This headset does not fit my ears. It's actually really annoying.
So you got healing, knock, and a third. CP. Let's get you in there so you can put it.
Might have to start without our Charlotte Boyo. He's got about a minute and a half. Can't favor our guys here. But a really good showing again by eCourse. I mean, eCourse is just playing out of their mind right now. This is Team 12 here. Who's Team 12? Team 12 in that last game had 3 KP, but they came out really late there. That's East Kentwood. East Kentwood got a full wipe on a team and finished 16. All right, so we are about to hop in here. I'm going to put the starting in 3. Two, one, starting match. Okay, let's get into this thing. All right, so map number 2, Storm Point. Gonna hop into this one. We're gonna see how this goes. I think everybody got in for Charlotte. Am I correct? Yes, everybody got in for Charlotte. So that's a W for Charlotte. All right. So we won the pregame lobby. W. Okay, let's see here. Charlotte is team 2. So Charlotte's up here in team 2. You can see them, Braden, Isaiah, and Carson. Team 5 is eCourse. See if we can recognize any other teams here. I know team 5 is eCourse. TCC, Team 18. I don't know the rest. I have remembered 3 names in 2 weeks. Good for me. All right, obviously the champion squad is going to be eCourse. eCourse is out of their mind. Oh, he's got an EHS in his name, too. Good job, eCourse. eCourse is killing it. All right, so let's hop over to Team 2 here. We're going to see where Braden and Carson and Isaiah decide to drop here. They are big geyser lovers on World's Edge. They are big lightning rod lovers on Storm Point, it looks like. I think this is where they landed last time, I believe. But let's see what they do here.
Y'all, let's land there.
You can hear Newcastle saying, y'all, let's land there. They got to wait for the drop shit to get there, but there's a lot oh my gosh, look at the western side of the map compared to the eastern side of the map. So this is one thing that I always like to do when I played Apex, is if you are looking behind the dropship, you will see this entire swath of players coming out west, and you will see this giant gap here on the east. when that gap appears on the east, that will tell you, without even knowing that that's launch pad, that launch pad is open. And that's how I always drop to make sure that I got home and where I need to go. But we are going to have a challenge here, so there is a team challenging Charlotte. Who is this team? Team 8, which is Lake Fenton. So Lake Fenton going to be challenging Charlotte here. Charlotte's going to have to fight for more loot than they did last time. Last time they didn't get a whole lot of loot. They're going to be left with one building here. So not a lot of loot between the three of them. There's a couple of good boxes down below Braden right now, but they're going to have the high ground for the fight, so that's good for them in that sense. But he's got a Volt Evo right now. He's got to look for a little bit more range. There's a flat line on the ground. That might help.
Attention.
Flatline here.
Evo harvesters are online.
Mark there.
Lake Fenton.
Waiting to
Lake Fenton
be
playing down below.
played.
Lake Fenton on a lot more loot already, so this is a common thing by Charlotte now. They do have a gun. They are going to try to... You're shooting a submachine gun 100 meters away. There's one out there. They're going to be playing in the building together. So Lake Fenton is playing in the building together here. So see if Charlotte can kind of root them out a little bit. One goes in alone and dies. That was, who went down there? That was Carson that went alone and died. One knock for Charlotte. So this is a 2v2 right now. Isaiah's fighting alone. His teammate swings for him. That's a great swing together there. Great play together there by Charlotte. So they're both one shot though. They gotta get a full kill or heal. That's your options. Full kill or heal. Good. Shield swap. I'm sorry, you can't shield swap anymore. I'm an old Apex player. Oh, you can't shield swap. Okay, good. He did it. Gonna get the res, and they're gonna try to res on the outside here. Great movement up to the top. Now peek over that. Nice. That's a good job by Charlotte right there, getting 3 KP. Oh my gosh, but there's a third party coming in. Charlotte is going to be thirded here. I don't know if Braden gets out of this. He does get out of it, but how long can he stay alive here? Huge shots by Braden to slow down the push. Good job getting out of there. He's just got to leave. He's got to go. He's trying to get the cannon right now. He's going to try to take cannon out to live for his team. His team's got some KP now, so Charlotte with KP, with the placement, that's their best option right now. Never mind, they added some random zip line over here. What is this zip? I've never seen this before. That's a crazy weird zip. That's so far on the edge of the map, too. That's weird. That's interesting. I don't know if banner is craftable for him. I'm actually not sure on that, to be honest. But who third-partied them here? Let's see. It's actually a duo. So Team 19 is a duo. That's Linden Red. Linden Red third-partied that for Charlotte. So, oh, okay. So Braden coming back. Going to be taking the cannon out. Braden, again, has no loot here.
My ultimate is ready. Trident over there.
I think he's got a free rotation. Yeah, he's got a free rotation all the way to Stormcatcher if he wants it. He just doesn't know that. So that's unfortunate. And that's the way he's going to go. So he's going to grab Car and he's going to run to Stormcatcher here. I think he's going to try to get for this crafter here. But that's what he's got to do. So Braden trying to play hero ball here, trying to get his team back in the game. Gonna hop out, needed some ammo there. Desperately needed some ammo. That's a huge find for him. Gotta put his gun away while he runs. Good. Pretty sure. Oh no, they're gonna take the cannon. This team's gonna take cannon right on top of his head. Let's see if this team's dumb enough to do it one at a time. Oh no, they're not gonna take cannon. They're actually gonna walk down. They're actually gonna walk down, so maybe Braden can actually see them here. He should have them in their view. I don't know if he's gonna see them. They're off to the right side. He's gonna craft. He got banners. He's gotta go. Let's see where. So Linden Red has closed in on their position here, and Linden Red I don't think knows. And now they're gonna know. So the dropship comes in, Charlotte's gonna get their people back, and Linden Red is hot on the trail of Charlotte. I don't know if they know it yet, but this is a dire situation for Charlotte as they get their 2 players back. Charlotte must know at this point because Braden is looking for his team, so that's good. So on the graph that they see, misses some shots there, but he doesn't really have the sight for it. They're looking to fight this team. This team is a trio now. They're up. Isaiah's up there, and his two teammates are backing off. So they're trying. Okay, on the zip. That's a huge kill. Gotta get that kill. So now fighting in zone here. This is crazy. Hurt him inside. Gonna go back out. Get hit by the ult here. All right, as Carson is trying to close in on the broken member of Linden. Braden's gonna go down. Team needs to fight with him here. All right, good knock. Get that full kill. Good. All right, get the loot you need and carry on. Carry on, my wayward son. Get out of there. As the last member is gone. So this is a much better showing by Charlotte. Charlotte is making this happen. So this is what we wanted. So much better job by Charlotte. So Charlotte right now is sitting on 5 KP. They have already made it to top 13. This lobby's dying much less than the last lobby did, but look at that rotation that Charlotte has to take next. Through Cascade, up into either they got to go choke point here or they have to go far north of the map. I'd like to see what they're going to decide here, but already Charlotte's in better circumstances. We might have our first purple shield of the entire Apex tournament here with Braden, so I hope that happens for him. That would be a huge thing for us. That might have been a little toxic to say, but it's the truth. So I would love to see that.
Newcastle's ultimate's ready.
And we have a purple shield for Charlotte. That's a huge win. My goodness.
Yes, y'all.
Good job, Braid. Whew. Get the monkey off your back right there. Jeez. All right, Charlotte walking into Cascade here. Cascade's going to be open for them. So let's, they have nothing really happening in front of them. Let's see if there's anything going on here. Guess what? E-Course is fighting again, as they always do. They're trying to run the lobby here, but they are really going to get themselves into trouble here eventually. Someone's going to eventually knock this team off. They've lost one teammate. They're backing off. They're trying to recover. They're very close to purple shields. Great job by the Newcastle to put that shield in a spot that it can help his teammate. His teammate's going to get out in front of it, and E-Course is going to be out of here. All right, E-Course still being chased, but they should be able to get out. I think. Oh, they are being chased still. This is a committed little wraith.
Hostile over there.
Yep, 60 damage. Honestly, I'm rooting for this team to just hunt. Just hunt.
Listen, let's move that way.
Yeah, don't stop chasing them. That's E-Course. They don't know it's E-Course, but they're doing this lobby in entirety. They're doing this lobby a big favor. E-Course did get banner, though. Alright, where'd Charlotte go? I lost Charlotte. Alright, Charlotte's up here at the north side of the map. Oh my god, they have 3 purple shields. I missed it. Dang it. I missed the clip. My fault. Alright, so Charlotte's got 3 purples here. They're going to the north side of the map. They've got 5 KP. This is a whole new Charlotte team.
Come on, we should go over here.
Looking at positioning, though. Well, we don't know where this is going to go, so let's see where this zone's going to go here. It's going to be a big zone pull for Charlotte. This is either going to really help or really hurt. If it goes towards checkpoint here, the middle of checkpoint, might get a little complicated. Who's this closing in on Charlotte here? Who's this? Team 16, that is Portage North. All right, so Portage North is in the choke, fighting spiders. Charlotte has to hear that. They do hear that. I just don't think they've... Yep, you hear the guys fighting spiders, so they know that there's someone fighting spiders. At least they should. Isaiah hasn't healed his health, and it's making me rage.
Let's charge that way.
Isaiah, I want you to hear this, and I want you to know that that's cringe. All right, getting shot by the triple take here by Portage North. Portage North is closed in onto their position, and they are going to be fighting this. Really, this is a horrible building to hold. Try to do it. So they've got the Watson ult down. The Watson ult doesn't get that nade, but it doesn't really hit anybody. So they must have buffed the Watson ult. All right. Good wall there. That at least helps a little bit. The problem with this building is there's 4 walls and there's 4 doors, so it's very difficult to actually hold position. But Charlotte's going to find a way to do it. Well, there's that, and then Portage North just didn't push. So Portage North is going to be actually going over Charlotte to try to get away from them. So they're going to be the first to rotate here. As Charlotte sits in the building. They're kind of cocooning themselves right now, but that's fine. The entire north side of the zone is still open. Nice break by Braden there, who is stepping up in a big way for this Charlotte team. I don't know if he can get the knock. Did they get the knock? I think he got the knock. Am I crazy? No, I don't think he did. So Charlotte's got to decide what they want to do here, as there's another team actually pushing the rear of Charlotte. This is Team 12. That's going to be Linden Black. Linden Black is going to be pushing Charlotte's back, and Charlotte with a 6th sense. They just knew. All right, that's kind of scary. I'm going to be accused of cheating later, for sure. I don't know if they heard them or saw them or what that was. But, all right, so they're off. So Charlotte's off. They've noticed that the entire north side of the zone is just open. So this is not necessarily a checkpoint zone. Now, I will tell you, 9 times out of 10, this is going to pull right on computer mouse here. So Charlotte's going to try to play under it, which I'm totally for. See if they've got the Newcastle ult back yet. It's at 70%, so they're going to have Newcastle ult when they need it. That should be good for them. Sharing some shields right here. Sharing is always caring. That is really tough. That is really unfortunate. So Charlotte's going to be caught in the middle here between 2 squads. You've got to send one squad. You've got to send one squad and just hope you win the battle. That Gibby bubble helped Charlotte tremendously. You got to send one team here. Yep. So Charlotte's caught out in the middle here. Honestly, the best thing to do in that situation, you just got to send one of the teams and hope you win the fight and hope you can stop the third party from being obvious. But there's just no way that you can really fight 2 squads at the same time there.
Contact.
All right, so what do we got here? Charlotte is going to finish, what do we finish, 9th? 9th with, where are we at? Where are we at? Yep, finished 9th with 5 KP. Okay, all right, I was flying there for a second. Don't mind me. All right, so 9th with 5 KP. That ain't bad. Ain't bad for Charlotte. All right, hey, guess who's in the middle of the zone just ready to go? And is also kill leader. It's E-Course again. E-Course is sitting on a whopping 14 KP. Love to know the rank of these players. I would assume Masters, if not higher. There's a few ranks that are important in Apex. You know, you got your bronze players who, if you're bronze, that's just because you don't play the game. As TTV Orange Man goes down, actually, for E-Course. So E-Course is in shambles here. They got one down. They're going to have to fight alone here. Good job. Oh, my gosh. The shots on Chef K. He knows which one's which. He's got full shields right now. Good little crouch to give himself the right peek. Nice stick. Oh, that was stupid. Oh, this kid's insane. I don't know if he can get out of this, but he's certainly going to try. He's got a Kraber. Got another pad. Going to get out, going to rotate. Good way to move while you're batting. It's huge. He's got to rotate around here, try to work his way in here. He's going to really be a rat. I don't think he can get his teammates. Well, I'm going to shut up and let him play, because he's going to try to get his team. You got to stem for this. I'm scared.
Enemy out there.
No, he can't.
Come on, compadre, get up. Come on,
Can he?
come on, come on.
That zone hurts.
Thanks for staying with me.
All right, so E-Course here. I'm going to stick with them. They are by far the best team in this lobby right now. So they're playing the zone really well here. I don't know if a lot of teams in this lobby will be doing this or would be doing this. So good job by them. They're going to have to pop a med kit here. Going to get that done. I don't know if they can make it around this corner here. It's going to be really, really tight. Really, really tight. But they can't win from here. They can't go over the... Yeah, Chef K is going to try to make it around. And not going to make it. So I think E-Course gets eliminated right there. But right in front of them anyways, there would have been a whole squad of individuals. As Team 3, this is East Jackson High School, who played really well last week. Is going to get eliminated right in front of them. And who is this that eliminates the team? That's Team 12. That's Linden Black. Linden Black making their presence known. So E-Course goes out. So we're actually going to have our first game where E-Course is not the winner here. I respect that you're trying. Oh my god. E-Course is not going to die? Oh, this game sucks. They have to die here, right? There's no way he gets out of this. Okay, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I was going to say, this game. Alright, so we have a 1v3 for the win. I'm rooting for this kid. I don't know who Mr. Stoney is, but I'm rooting for you, Mr. Stoney. You got this, sir. Swing. Good movement on Stoney, by the way. Stoney is terrified. Nice shots by Stoney, but Team 12 is going to be champion there. That is Linden Black coming away with the victory. They got how much KP? They got 9. They got 12 KP and a win. Good job by Linden Black. Linden had 2 representative teams in this game, I think. Linden had Team 12 and I think they had a second. And Red. So they had Team 12 and Team 19 both in the game. So great job by Linden Black. All right, so recap for Charlotte Apex. I can't remember what they did first round, but I will see it right now. So let's go to match summary. So match 1, Charlotte finished, I think this was second, with no KP. I don't know what that is in terms of the placement points. And then match 2, here you go. Charlotte finished, what? We were 9th with 5 KP. That's actually not that bad for Charlotte. That 5 KP is really what we wanted, though, because Charlotte has not had a lot of that, and that's got to feel good for them over there. So a good second week. E-Course did not win a game, so that's good for Charlottesville. That's good for Charlotte Apex. That's good for Apex and MiHSEF as a whole, because it kind of looked like E-Course was just going to run the entire season, but it's good to see somebody else get in there. So long way to go. This is week 2 of 7, and thank you for watching, and we'll be back next week.